Bless you, brothers and sisters in Christ, and welcome back to Cloud9 Blessings. I hope that you are all having a very blessed day. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit the notification bell so that you are constantly notified when new content is added to this channel weekly. In this video today, we are going to be looking at a submission that was emailed in by a dear brother in Christ, where he had a dream about destruction. So let's now take a look and see what our brother in Christ saw in his dream.
Well, this is my first time posting anything, so just bear with me. But I've been thinking for a while now about putting out some kind of video. I've had a few dreams, and I'm just seeing a lot of things happening right now that are just making me think more about this dream I had. And I'll just start out by telling you what the dream was. I had this dream, it was 2 or 3 years ago, and it was right when things started, a lot of things started happening, a lot of the shutdowns and whatnot. But anyways, I was going through a period of time in my life, and I had a lot of intense prayer happening. It seems like you go through stages, at least I do. I've kind of heard other people say the same things, that you seem to go through stages. Sometimes you feel that your prayer life is seems to be heavy and intense. Seems like you're really hearing from God. There's a lot of things that He's bringing to you, and your prayer life seems very lively, if that's the right word, intense. And then there may be other times where your prayer life doesn't seem to be. Sometimes you can feel God don't hear you, and it's biblical. You can read, different passages through the Bible where great men of God, David had said, Lord, how long will you hide your face from me? I mean, we go through stages. This was during a time when, my prayer was pretty intense for quite a while. The Lord was waking me up, seemed like every night, 2, 3 in the morning. So anyways, I'll get to the dream here. I had a dream where I walked into this room, and it was like Victorian style. Everything in there was Victorian style. And in the middle of this room, there was a table. The room was empty, but in the middle there was a table. And on this table, I saw what I thought at first was a statue of the White House. And as I walked up closer, I realized, after looking at it for a minute, that it was a birthday cake. In my dream, I just knew that it was a birthday cake. So I'm sitting there looking at it, and the next thing I know, like this, the best way I can describe it was like a holographic image, like a 3D image of George Washington's head, and it just kind of floated over this cake. And it just kind of passed by, and then I saw another head, and then I saw another head, and I'm like, oh, these are past presidents. And then they started going by at a faster pace, not at a complete blur, but just going fast enough to where, I couldn't see them very well, but I just knew it was the heads of presidents going by. And it was flipping through all of them, and then it got to where there was George Bush and Obama. And when it started getting towards the last recent presidents, it started slowing down. And when it got to Trump, his head just came over this cake and it stopped. And as soon as his head stopped, that cake, it just exploded into a million pieces. And I woke up. So when I woke up, I just sat there for a minute and I'm just analyzing what I just dreamed. And in my mind, I'm thinking, what did that mean? It seemed very significant. It wasn't a normal dream. And I'm not gonna stand here and say, the Lord came down in my room and spoke to me, or thus saith the Lord, because I want to be very careful. I think that gets thrown around a lot. But I felt the Lord, that he was speaking to me. And I felt that the Spirit had spoke to me and said, I've shown you the birth and I've shown you the death. And it's like the cake represented, it was like a birthday cake. George Washington, the birth of the nation. And then when it got to Trump, the cake exploded, like everything fell apart. And I felt that the Lord had told me, I've shown you the birth and I've shown you the death. So, with that being said, I just meditated on that. I prayed about it for quite a while. And I felt that the Lord had told me, it was another night where I woke up and I started praying, and I felt that the Lord was telling me that Trump is going to be the last president.
Thank you so much, brother, for sharing this very urgent end times dream that you received. I definitely saw it as a warning of the destruction that will be coming very, very soon, because we are indeed in the end times. I thank you all for taking the time to watch this video today, brothers and sisters. I hope that it blesses you, and I hope that you have a very blessed week.